Hi, this is Joe. We're back at Core Shack, and now we're going to look at an actual producing company, Newmarket Gold, who have managed to compile a bunch of assets from crocodile gold in Australia. At the Fosterville deposit that they're mining, which is majority refractory ore, which is difficult to actually extract, they found a cross-cutting structure called the Eagle Fault, that now that they're seeing visible gold and they're getting a lot of high-grade intercepts there, as well as they're actually processing it right now. So right now we're going to just talk to Doug Hurst. Doug?
Hey.
So we hear and we understand that you've got a completely different set of mineralization right now at this Eagle Fault zone, which cross-cuts the deposit at Fosterville at depth, and nobody's seen that before. So what are you seeing now that's very different than what you saw before and what they've mined before?
Sure. Well, the traditional mining on this, so the operation's been up and running for about 10 years, and the material that they've mostly been running through the mill up until about January of last year was all encapsulated gold. So the gold is surrounded by sulfides, and the new zone that we've discovered, and we really blundered into it in mining, is free gold. So we didn't see it in drilling because it was parallel to the drill. So we blundered into it and then reoriented our drills, and have just started to figure out the way the zone is laying.
So what does this mean in terms of going forward with the deposit at Fosterville? What does this open up for you in terms of what you thought before when you bought it, and now that you've intersected this structure?
Yeah, a couple of things. So the new zone is all free gold. So what we've done is we've added a gravity circuit on the front of the mill. So we're going to start getting 5 or 10% of our gold coming out as a gravity circuit. The new zone is substantially higher grade.
And when you say substantially, what do you mean?
Well, so typically the old grades were 4 to 5 grams, and we're getting intercepts of several hundred grams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over
so very, very
thick?
high
Is it
grade.
thick? Is it
1 to 4 meters? Yeah.
So let's just take a look over here at the long section. So this is the Fosterville mine. The green here is all the workings right now.
That's correct.
And then can you show us where the Eagle Fault would project in this section?
Sure. So the Eagle Fault will project across here. So all the drilling that we did before was across here, and of course we missed it.
It would be sub-parallel.
Right? You're sub-parallel. And what happens is, so even we can look on this, is that all the classic mineralization was on these structures here. So you would get a lot of sulfide mineralization along these structures. And then of course the East Dippers, which is these ones, and the Eagle, which is the nose of the anticline. So all the drilling was this way, and of course we didn't see it.
Right.
And these East Dipping zones plus the Eagle all have free gold.
And this is a cross section that basically comes through about here?
About here.
About here,
Yeah.
Okay. And then now we're looking at the cross section here, and basically what this is a fold nose that's going like this. And then we've got this cross-cutting structure that they never realized because it was actually perpendicular to where they were actually drilling.
Yeah, that's correct. And we've also been able to trace it in drilling along strike for about 400 or 500 meters, and
east-west.
Yeah, so it actually sort of projects out of the page, but we've been able to follow it as long as 500 meters along strike.
What is the opportunity to find more of these structures further up or further down that might give you the same kind of mineralization? Have you seen anything like that anywhere else in the workings? Or?
Well, we're going to go back and start looking. So one of the interesting opportunities is that they came down this chute and then realized that a couple of chutes came together there, they coalesced, and that there's an opportunity to follow the Lower Phoenix back up dip. So we've started drilling fences of holes out here to figure out where that mineralization goes. And then with the new Eagle and East Dipping zones, you get a huge opportunity to expand mineralization, both kinds of mineralization in this area. So we really don't know, we're only just beginning to figure it out.
And Fosterville, like, what kind of ounces did it produce last year, and kind of cost profile?
Yeah, it was about 105,000 ounces, about 107,000 ounces last year. Cash cost was around 600 US. All in is about 850.
And then going forward, do you have sort of guidance? Where would you like this thing to get to? Do you think that this is where you're going to grow the most?
No, I don't. I mean, in terms of grade, if the grade continues to go up, then we'll be able to add incremental ounces. Though there's not the opportunity to sort of double production.
Right, okay.
Because the mill is maxed out right now.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
So it's producing as much gold as it can do.
The opportunity here is to get more
higher
grade,
grades, lower cost.
lower cost because it's gravity as opposed to refractory. Yeah. What we must say is that the refractory ore, which is used as a bio-ox, is actually quite good. Like usually when I hear about bio-ox, I think that somebody's at the end of their line and there's no other way to do it. Yeah. But this is one of the few deposits that gets bio-ox recoveries of about over 90%. Yeah. So that's phenomenal in a system that usually doesn't work out very well.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, Doug.
Very good.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Well, Newmarket Gold is an interesting company because it's producing and it's exposed to a weaker Australian dollar. This grade increase will make a difference for Fosterville in terms of cost and production. So this is one that we'll look out for, and then we'll probably look to do a site visit later on in the year. Thank you.